We're constantly told the best way to fight serious infections comes from complex lab-made drugs. But what if nature already perfected the ultimate solution? Forget the pharmacy. Some of the most powerful germ fighters are growing right under your nose, ready to completely rewrite how we think about natural healing and staying well. So, what if the answer isn't always something new, but something we've forgotten? For thousands of years, long before we had modern drugstores, people simply used plants to fight off infections. It's not just folk medicine either. The ancient Egyptians used honey to keep wounds clean, and it worked. Today, science is finally catching up, proving what our ancestors knew all along. And honestly, this is happening at the perfect time. Here's the thing. Modern antibiotics are amazing, but we've used them so much that they're starting to lose their punch against certain superbugs. That's why researchers are turning back to nature. They're discovering that some plants don't just kill germs, they can actually stop them from multiplying, giving your own body the chance to step in and win the fight. So let's get into the top 10 natural powerhouses you need to know about. Number 1. Garlic. What if one of the strongest germ fighters on the planet is already sitting in your kitchen? The real power in garlic comes from a compound called allicin, which is only released when you crush or chop a fresh clove. This stuff is a beast. Allicin doesn't just go after one type of bacteria. It attacks a huge range of them, stopping them from multiplying. But here's the most exciting part. Research shows garlic can actually make modern antibiotics work better. As we face more and more drug-resistant superbugs, having a natural ally that can give our medicines a much-needed boost is a massive game-changer. While garlic is an easy one to find, our next plant is a little more exotic. Number 2. Oregano. You probably just think of oregano as that herb you sprinkle on pizza, right? But what most people don't know is that its real power isn't in the dried leaves. It's in its essential oil. This oil is incredibly concentrated, and it's loaded with a natural compound called carvacrol. Think of carvacrol as a targeted weapon against germs. It's especially good at wiping out the nasty bacteria you can get from food. It works by attacking the outer wall of the bacteria, basically breaking it down and stopping them in their tracks. It's so potent, it's one of nature's most effective germ fighters. But while oregano targets invaders inside your body, our next plant is famous for kicking your own immune system into high gear. Number 3. Thyme. Here's another herb you probably have in your spice rack, but its history is way more intense than you think. This isn't just for cooking. The ancient Egyptians actually used it as a powerful disinfectant. The secret is an active ingredient in its essential oil called thymol. This stuff is especially good for helping with respiratory issues like a nasty cough or cold. But the way it works is brilliant. Instead of just killing germs outright, it often stops them from multiplying. Think of it like hitting the pause button on an invasion. This gives your own body's defenses the perfect window to step in, rally, and clear out the threat for good. So, thyme helps your body win the battle. But our next plant is famous for building the army in the first place. Number 4. Echinacea. So how do you build that army? What if a plant could act like a training sergeant for your immune system? That's exactly what this famous purple flower does. Instead of just attacking germs directly, Echinacea works from the inside out. It essentially sends a signal to your body to ramp up production of white blood cells. These are the frontline soldiers in your fight against infections. So when a virus or bacteria tries to invade, your body isn't caught off guard. It's already armed, ready, and has more troops on the field. It's one of nature's best ways to fortify your own defenses before you get sick. But while Echinacea gets your internal army ready, our next plant works more like a secret agent. Number 5. Golden seal. So how does a plant work like a secret agent? It doesn't just raise the alarm, it goes on a targeted mission. The power behind golden seal comes from a potent compound called berberine. This natural antibiotic is especially good at fighting infections on mucous membranes. What does that mean? Think of the soft linings of your nose, your throat, and your gut. That's its specialty battlefield. It's effective against all sorts of invaders, from the bacteria that can cause stomach issues to the parasites behind food poisoning. It doesn't just boost your defenses, it actively goes after specific threats in your body's most vulnerable entry points. So, Golden Seal is an expert at cleaning house on the inside. But our next plant is famous for protecting the outside. Number 6. Neem. What if you could find an entire pharmacy growing in a single tree? In India, that's exactly what neem has been for thousands of years. They call it the wonder tree for a reason. It's absolutely packed with over 130 different active compounds that work together to fight off germs. This makes it an incredible natural purifier, especially for your skin. But its antiseptic power doesn't stop there. It also helps keep your digestive system balanced. It's so powerful that for centuries, farmers have used it to protect their crops from insects and fungus. It's a true all-around defender. So neem is a powerhouse for keeping things clean. But our next plant is one you probably have in your kitchen right now, and its hidden abilities will definitely surprise you. Number 7. Turmeric. What if that bright yellow spice in your cabinet was one of nature's smartest fighters? The power in this golden root comes from its secret weapon, a compound called curcumin. And it has a brilliant 1-2 punch. First, it directly attacks invading germs. But it's the second part that makes it so unique. It also calms down inflammation. Why is that a big deal? Because a lot of the damage from an infection is actually caused by our own body's chaotic response. Curcumin helps manage that reaction, so your immune system can fight more effectively without causing extra harm. It doesn't just attack the enemy, it helps control the battlefield. So while turmeric is a master of internal strategy, our next plant is all about creating an impenetrable shield. Number 8. Ginger. What if one of the best ways to protect your gut was already sitting in your kitchen? We all reach for ginger when our stomach feels off, but its real power goes way deeper than that. The magic comes from a compound called gingerol, and it's a brilliant germ fighter. It's incredibly effective against the bad bacteria that cause serious stomach issues. But here's what makes it a game changer. It's selective. It targets the harmful invaders while leaving the good bacteria, your healthy gut flora, completely alone. This means it fights the infection without destroying your body's natural balance, which is something most modern medicines can't do. So, while ginger acts like an intelligent bodyguard for your digestive system, our next plant takes the fight to the air we breathe. Number 9. Manuka honey. What if not all honey is created equal? Sure, most raw honey has some germ-fighting ability. It's naturally acidic, and its high sugar content can stop bacteria from growing. But Manuka honey, which comes from bees in New Zealand, has a secret weapon that other honeys just don't. It's a unique compound called MgO, and this is what gives it a super-powered antibacterial punch. This compound is so potent that it can destroy even tough, drug-resistant bacteria on contact. It's why medical-grade Manuka is now used in hospitals around the world to treat serious skin infections and wounds that won't heal. So, while Manuka creates a powerful shield on the outside, our final powerhouse works from the inside out in a way you'd never expect. Number 10. Olive leaf. What if a plant could stop an invasion before it even starts? We're not talking about killing germs after they've taken hold, but preventing them from ever building an army in the first place. That's the incredible secret behind the humble olive leaf. Its power comes from a compound called oleuropein, and it plays a different game entirely. Instead of a direct attack, oleuropein works like a saboteur. It gets inside viruses and bacteria and completely shuts down their ability to make copies of themselves. Think of it like breaking their command center. If they can't multiply, the few invaders that are there are easy targets for your immune system to clean up. It essentially stops an infection from ever gaining momentum. So we've explored 10 plants that challenge everything we thought we knew about fighting sickness. We started by asking if nature already perfected the ultimate solution, and what we've discovered isn't just surprising. It's a game changer.